Hello, good morning. Welcome to Joy News Desk. We're coming to you live from our studios in Kokom. Namely, we're on DTT because we're free to air on DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 125. Coming up this morning, construction begins on Tor Road as Roads Minister meets tanker drivers over their strike to demand fixing of the bad roads in Tema Industrial Area. Also, Asin North MP-elect James Achekwesing files an appeal in the Court of Appeal challenging the daily trial order made by High Court Judge Mary Anzu. Plus, Technology Consultancy Center of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology builds water filters to ensure communities affected by Galamsey are able to get clean water. We have details for you shortly. There's also business coming up shortly in this bulletin. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Do stay for details. Many thanks for choosing us. Work has begun on a portion of the Tor to Bone Road ahead of an expected meeting between the Tanker Drivers Association and Minister of Roads and Highways this morning. Today marks day 4 since the Ghana National Tanker Drivers Association went on strike to protest the deplorable state of major routes leading to the Tema Oil Refinery and its environs. According to the aggrieved drivers, the poor state of roads have been worsened by the onset of the rains, which they say does not augur well for the delivery of oil. Now, speaking to Joy News prior to their meeting with the Roads Minister, Vice Chairman of the Association, Sunday Alabi, said they will not back down on their action until the roads are fixed. He spoke with correspondent Elvis Washington.
Well, you see that there's a work needs to start. But if this how it's going to go, I don't think it's the best. Because what we are seeing now, we are not seeing any seriousness on construction. Because this is not how to do a serious job. Because what we are seeing, the sand there they are bringing, is not the quality sands. Because these are trucks that are passing here. They are not private cars that pass here. They are trucks. So if different materials will come different from this one, then fine. But if this particular material that they are going to use, as you see behind me, I don't think it's the best. And then they cannot use only one machine to do this job. Because this is a 7-kilometer journey. So you cannot use this machine to do that work. So they should get a better equipment to the site and better materials to the site to fill the places for us and to do the work for us. But as we speak, the minister is not yet in. We are waiting for him to come. Then we'll send him to the road and ask him about the material they are using on the road, to see whether it's the best or not the best. So we are waiting for him to come.
Let's cross over to Tema now, where the Roads Minister is currently engaging the tanker drivers on the way forward. My colleague Elvis Washington is there for us. Elvis, what has the Minister been telling the tanker drivers?
All right, so good morning. Well, the Minister, in his engagement with the drivers this morning, actually assured them that, well, this road has not been abandoned, and this road has actually been awarded on contract, for which the contractor is on site, except that one or two things have actually slowed down the contractor. But truthfully, he is saying that, well, from today, as we speak, the drivers would actually see visible action on this road, for which reason he's actually pleading with them to actually resume work so that at least the country do not face any shortage in LPG. He also mentioned that if the drivers fail to resume work, then of course, this is not only going to affect drivers, but of the national economy as well. So basically, he is actually appealing to the drivers to resume work so that the things can actually run smoothly. But the drivers, on the other hand, are also saying that until they see visible action, nothing is going to move them to rescind their decision. So as we speak currently, the drivers have actually moved the minister onto the road to have a feel of what exactly they are talking about. But I have with me some of them who were in that said meeting to tell us what again they make of the minister's words. I have with me Mr. Joshua and Sunday Alabi to tell us what he makes of the minister's words. Mr. Alabi, welcome to Joy News. What do you make of the minister's words?
Okay, those are just words. We want to see action on the ground. So we've got him to the side to see exactly what is happening on the side. Then we'll see how best we can fix the road so that we go back to work. Because right now we want to see action on the road. Because we'll give them time to fix the road. He's actually appealing to you guys to resume work. We can't resume work now until a proper work is being done on the road. Now you guys have shifted the goalpost a bit from fixing the road properly to reshaping the road for you. What exactly are you demanding for? Fixing is the same as shaping. We shape it for us because we talk about the safety aspect of it. The truck coupling the trailer. That's what we are scared of, that the truck may roll over. So we are talking about fixing it in a better shape for us. Finally, before we go, the minister mentioned that there's contractor on this road. Is there a contractor on this road? There is no contractor on this road. We started the strike before they brought the machine 3 days ago to put on the road. All right, so that is the situation here on the Tema Store to Phone Road here in Tema. Well, we are still on the road, and I'll bring up to speed to our listeners whatever transpires here.
Do you have a sense of how soon this will be fixed? I mean, listening to the minister.
Well, the minister mentioned that he would immediately, he came along with the transport minister and he came along with the contractor working on this very stretch. So he said that right from the tour, he's going to have another meeting with the drivers, which will include the contractor on the road, so that he can come up with clear timelines on when exactly this road will be fixed to the specification of the drivers.
Elvis Washington is our man following this for us in Tema. We'll definitely bring you more after this meeting with the minister. Meanwhile, ranking member on Mines and Energy Committee, John Jinapo, is demanding immediate action from the minister. In an interview with Joy News, he called for the fixing of all such terrible stretches connecting Tor and other oil depots in Tema to avert a national crisis. His concerns were contained also in a statement he released. My colleague Samuel Mbura joins us via Zoom with details. Samuel, what more do we know from the statement issued by the ranking member?
Well, the minority is seeking an urgent and passionate call on the government to refrain from the usual approach and show commitment towards addressing the genuine concerns of the Petroleum Tanker Drivers Union with immediate effect to avert the pending national crisis. They are completely rejecting the excuse by the government communicators that the nation is broke following the rapid deployment of road contractors to complete some major roads in the Asin North constituency during the period of the recently held by-election. According to the minority, the action by government in Asin North points to one fact, that they have priorities, and the minority in parliament believes that fixing the roads connecting to these major depots should be one of such priorities. The statement signed by John Jinapo, the ranking member, Mines and Energy Committee, is therefore calling on the government to fix the said roads with immediate effect.
Samuel Mbura with details of that statement issued by ranking member on Mines and Energy Committee in Parliament, John Jinapo. Illegal mining has left many river bodies unsuitable for both industrial and domestic activities. The Technology Consultancy Center of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology has been building water filters to ensure affected areas are able to get clean water. Love FM's Kwesi Deborah has more for Tech Thursday.
So these are the materials that we'll be using for the production of the water filters. We have the binder, and the kaolin clay and water. So after the mixture, we sieve the mixture to. So after the mixture, we sieve the mixture to.
At the behest of the Attorney General day-to-day hearing, and the court had on the 21st of June, at the hearing of the application for review, ruled that the supplementary affidavit which provided further evidence on these allegations, was relevant and admitted the same affidavit in exercise on that grounds, but now changing the position with no legal basis. And for that reason, they are before the appeals court today, hoping to overturn the decision of the High Court to allow the courts or the court to run on a day-to-day basis as it relates to the case brought against Yachi Christian in the High Court. Aisha.
Elton Bobre with that detail from the motion for stay of prosecution proceedings regarding the case in which Yachi Christian is in the center. We are in court to hear this. We'll be following this in court, and we'll definitely bring our viewers more on what transpires in court. Let's take a break on Joy News Desk. When we return, we'll bring you more.
For crystal clear and thrilling podcasts and live shows, download and listen to us on Apple, Spotify, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, MyJoy Online, Amazon services like Echo, Amazon Music, and Audible, Stitcher, Adom Online, Overcast, and Pandora. Take note of everything. Sign up for the multimedia digital platforms now to stay updated.
Our boss was like, a decent fashion designer only gets home at midnight.
Midway. Man like Osimhen, Papa just the chop Italian league like Oha.
These are real housewives of Abuja. Those women are fire. What does OJ say again? A relationship with money is alhamdulillah.
Because they wear uniform, you want to treat people anyhow. Imagine this officer, I will clear her online. Don't cost. Bruh, come on there. Face no matter. The biggest dragon for Westeros, now slow picking face sound. Climb down. Right now like Formula 1. Yeah, catch me.
He found the gold and asked her for just shaking a piece of the pie, and she killed him for it.
Obìnrin, fair women, no.
No one tells a story like we do. Showmax, Africa's original stream.
The quest of building prosperity for Africans.
If you see what the SFTA Secretariat has managed to do to date, it's a commendable job. It's tremendous improvement. And yes, delivering the vision is possible, and I think as Africans, the continent, we are set for that.
And why are women being left behind?
You know, we did a study a few years ago that showed that Africa was losing close to $90 billion a year as a result of gender inequality, as a result of not empowering its women.
Joy News goes head-to-head with international actors on the sidelines of Afri-Exim's annual meetings in Accra. Africa's prosperity, this week on Foreign Affairs.
And starting this June,
when we finish school, we go and sell bread. Sometimes it was sugar, St. Louis sugar, and take a lie.
I know St. Louis.
It was in a box.
Yes.
Yeah, I would go and sell and come home. And most children used to sell their mother's wares
After school.
Yeah, after school.
How is life without public attention? You are in your corner, nobody is looking at what you're doing or not doing.
When he was vice president,
I only use motorcade when I'm going out of Accra.
Okay.
Most times I used to drive myself.
Was there a time that you told him to actually pull out, resign?
Many times.
And let's have
many
peace.
times. Many times.
Do you miss him sometimes?
Of course.
I just called to say I love you.
You used to sing to
I used to sing to Mr. Misata.
Oh, good. 9 p.m. on the Joy News channel.
Really? He wasn't writing me. I was writing him love letters. Me, I'm very romantic.
Welcome back to Joy News. Next to the rest of our stories, a perception poll conducted by think tank Institute for Liberty and Policy Innovation reveals government has wasted well over 73 billion Ghana cedis on some programs and key decisions. It says it believes the figure could be higher if the survey were sector-based, as this explains why Ghanaians are against the introduction of new taxes. Executive Director for Liberty and Policy Innovation, Peter Bismarck Kofi, disclosed this at a launch of Government Waste Report at Tema. Correspondent Kwame Yanka has more.
Perception research conducted by think tank Institute of Liberty and Policy Innovation (ILAPI) between August and November 2022 sought to gather information from the public on their perceptions on government wasteful spending from 2014 to 2021. ILAPI reviewed existing literature on government flagship programs and statutory demands for key concepts, sources, and evidence available. 2,000 respondents took part in the questionnaire-based poll that used digital and online platforms including ILAPI website, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, with volunteers from all 16 regions engaged to assist. Presidential travels, Saglemi Housing Project, National Cathedral, establishment of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, government appointees, planting for food and jobs, fighting galamsey, among others, are some areas Ghanaians perceive government is wasting taxes on. Peter Bismarck Kofi is the Executive Director, Institute for Liberty and Policy Innovation.
If we had done this sector by sector, and we had done it on almost all the government flagship program from 2014 up to date, we should be recording more than 73 billion Ghana cedis as waste. These are just selected programs, and they were selected based on their perception. So if they choose appointees, then we go back to research on appointees and find out why they meant that as waste. If they say ex gratia, then we go to research on why they think ex gratia is a waste. If, assuming we did more, look, we even did only 1 year of the government machinery expenditure, which was 3.5 billion. If we had done that from 2014, how much government spent in government machinery, Flagstaff House, expenditure there, for just a year? And then we continue with the next year, 2015, 2016, up to 2021. You can imagine. Just a year was 3.5 billion.
Meanwhile, Peter Bismarck Kofi says the research indicates duplication of state institutions is one of the means taxes go down the drain.
You know, corruption in itself is a waste, right? And the fight on corruption also is a waste. So you have double edge there. The Attorney General itself has allocated funds as part of its function to prosecute when corrupt-related activities are conducted and people are held as part of the process. But what do we see? How many times do we see some of these activities ongoing? So if Attorney General in itself is failing, do you think we need another institution to take a fraction of its activities to fight corruption? Whereas there are a lot of institutions that have been duplicated already. You look at Strike is part of the process. You know, Strike can also fight corruption in terms of conflict of interest and stuff. But they are all there. Okay? So we cannot use taxpayers' money to create a lot of institutions fighting the same thing over and over.
According to the research, 90.5% of Ghanaians have lost trust in government due to corruption and lack of accountability. Kwame Yankesh reports for Joy News.
We take a break on Joy News Desk. When we return, we'll bring you business.
What are you watching? Football is over. So, I bumped into our boy Jimmy yesterday.
And he tells me that he went over to Kenny's place. So he goes, what's this? Kenny goes, only the best sports money can buy. Well, he got the scoop from Isaac, who says WWE is the business. And his girlfriend, Amari, she can't stop saying that ESPN is so lit. But she got the juice from her friend Sandra. So I had to stay connected, because sports lives on GoTV.
Even the builders of his house and sellers of his cars give him a percentage for every contract he brings. My opponent sits here and turns against the motion for once having for making money legally. Wrong! Hey.
The biggest debate competition in Ghana is back. Which side do you represent? For or against the motion? Stay glued to your superstation Love 99.5 FM, Joy Learning and Joy Prime as we bring to you the biggest stage where schools in Ashanti show their prowess through debate. Rally behind your alma mater to glory as gallant young men and women from the various senior high schools in Ashanti elucidate their stance on matters of national interest.
Venue is the Christian Service University College.
Catch us live on Love 99.5 FM, on Facebook at Love 99.5 FM, Joy Learning and Joy Prime, 2 p.m. each day. The Love FM High Schools debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. This event is brought to you by your superstation Love 99.5 FM, the Ashanti Regional SRC, and the Regional Directorate of Ghana Education Service Ashanti and CHAS.
This program is in partnership with Pepsodent, Rasta Choco Molds from Twillium Industries, Christian Service University College, Jackson Educational Complex, Cowbell, Madam Catherine, Fritol and Fortune Rice from Wilma, and sponsored by Zest Consult, Pidato Company Limited, CBS Industries, Top Choco, Ultimate Fashions, Flora Tissues. Supported by
Good morning, welcome to the business segment on Joy News Desk with me, Pius Kojo Baka. Now, the Bank of Ghana has fined Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited and First National Bank Ghana Limited a combined 1,000 penalty points each for breaching Section 3.4, 3.5 and 3.9 of the Ghana Interbank Forex Market Conduct Rules. In addition, the central bank has suspended the respective forex licenses of the banks from June 29 to July 28. That's the very latest coming in from the Bank of Ghana there. We move on to some other stories, and the UK Ghana Chamber of Commerce has hinted of more foreign direct investment into various sectors of Ghana's economy. According to Executive Director at the Chamber, Ajoba Chiama, Ghana's economy is responding positively and more investors are willing to draw in to support the economy. He spoke to Joy Business at the 2023 edition of the Royal Escort Ladies Day Experience to raise funds for the University of Ghana Medical Center.
The Royal Escort is one of Britain's most well-known race courses, held on a special week of races in June each year. The events offer business networking opportunity with UKGCC member companies and other stakeholders. Executive Director of the Chamber maintained its members are exploring various opportunities for its investment.
You know that business relations between the UK and Ghana go back over a century. And so the same way Ghanaian businesses are interested in doing business in the UK businesses are always also interested in doing business in Ghana. So yes, we can expect that the UK businesses that will be investing in Ghana will either be in trading businesses or would look to be setting up similar to what we already have.
On her part, a member from the Clinical Research Department of the University of Ghana Medical Center, Dr. Gifty Mediama, described the move as a worthy cause to support Ghana's health sector.
This will go a long way to help us establish and then achieve our goal of establishing the clinical trials to help Ghana and the sub-region as a whole. They have taken over. They did it last year and they are doing it this year. We are very grateful for their partnership and we encourage everybody to come on board and support. It's a worthy cause.
Chief of Staff to the CEO of Sukasa Properties, Isaac Kwekubuatin, reiterated commitment to support the initiative.
As a member, we believe that whatever event or programs that the organization is either fronting or being a part, it's important that we come on board to support. And so that's the main reason why we came on board to be the main or the headline sponsors for this particular event.
This is the second edition of the Royal Ascot Ladies' Day experience to raise funds for the University of Ghana Medical Center.
Now, the managing director of Omni Basic Bank, Daniel Asiedu, has stated that the bank will continue to engage its customers through various social platforms as part of its corporate social responsibilities. He explained that such an initiative will help the bank identify the needs of small businesses and its staff through engagements. The following report has more. The health walk covered a distance of 11.46 kilometers, commencing from Bema Camp and passing through 37 encantonments. The event witnessed the enthusiastic participation of thousands of individuals from diverse backgrounds, including Omni Basic employees, representatives from other corporate organizations, and members of the public. Speaking to Joy Business, Managing Director of Omni Basic, Daniel Asiedu, assured that the bank will continue to use the opportunity to bond with local businesses.
First of all, you agree with me that we need to create health consciousness amongst our customers, amongst the general public, and amongst our staff. These days, if you look at the rate at which you see obituaries at a very young age, I think it's quite disturbing. And we believe that we need to create health consciousness as a bank. Not only must we emphasize the business angle, but we also need to, as part of our corporate social responsibility, to create awareness among our staff and amongst our customers and the general public at large. And that's why we do what we do.
On his part, the Director General of the National Lotteries Authority, Samuel Awuku, who also joined the walk, urged government institutions to partner banks in undertaking such exercises.
I think it's extremely important, and it's an exercise that, first of all, is geared towards cleaning your system, geared towards energizing you, the circulation of the blood, and also ensuring that at least you deal with some basic diseases that does not helping you down. So it's an important thing that I believe that ourselves, the NLE hours is development through games, and you can only be active to play a game, and you can only be active when you are also alive. And we believe that our partnership with Omni Basic, we commend them. We see them as a serious and important corporate partner in whatever we are doing.
And that's all for business for now. I am Pius Kojo Baka. More after this break.
Imagine a family without a home. Imagine a song without a voice. Imagine a church without prayers. Imagine a government without citizens. Imagine democracy without journalists. Imagine a world without the media. Life is full of issues and stories about people, communities, and governments. Stories that have to be told by well-trained journalists. That's why you can't imagine news without Joy News.
We can now take you live to the Ashanti region, where government advisor on health is addressing the public on the state of the Agenda 111.
Agenda 111 tini yanka ho asem no. Manso dubia Agenda 111. Ai ogusu a contractor for ho ye adwuma one contractor ene ye kan ne kunsu contractor bi ho no ono na terminate no ne contractor ye de ma wo bi foforo. Enti ni nyina ka ho but minisa mo ka mo kan nyina bom. Enti wo kan nyina bom Ashanti region. Project e nya we 17 plus 5 2022. Enti mo mo semma aban so ya de ama Asante man. The obi busa about design say adena land ho ye problem na ya anye ni nyina abrosan. Ye wo advantages and disadvantages e wo abrosan de anya abrosan. Wo hwe hospital we ya be ma the management of the hospital. O say you heard that and then I heard that has a lift be any hand a lift as say if patient that control lift in near name. As I see what ho there o court district say the hospital here we and I will call inside. I will use a space we inside. The free be healing. And the also a bois can say my say unam hospital. I say unam fee hospital. Yes, there be an dampaso spaces we inside that will be or yari be an hoaton kakra. A bit me about 1990 honey apart from physiotherapy, ni gym, ni bibia umu. And untina designers and yes, ye benyas asena, Kenya ni de dentia single stack, no na ubia hospital. A home from afar home, Bibia or Hubia, a friend healing, apart from say Dr. Heron, who he has a healing. But baby, any problems. Assassin who are dentist said metropolitan area to say Kumasi and any Accra. And no, and I decided later on say any young Abrosa, and no Nama.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Keep counting at those stop signs, Alex. Full stop and doesn't go until she counts to 5, McSweeney. Because you are a safe driver. Unlike most drivers who sign up for Snapshot from Progressive, which customizes your rate for how and how much you drive, you could earn a discount for your good driving. So don't turn into an Alex rolling stop and goes whenever she wants, McSweeney. Because once an Alex full stop and doesn't go until she counts to 5, McSweeney, always an Alex full stop. Well, you know the rest. Sign up for Snapshot today.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states or from all agents.
Any action up on my phone in an yet the ruby. Your console, a building one dance here, at a show man for any pap, and yet my papa Kufado, or any watching up on my Madamasa. The Honorable Minister. Let us celebrate. I am say, aha. And la Ghana Agenda 111 in a chassis. And net a house on the Ababijina 80 who are dancing. Na Sabi, Potokasm, and ye pidgey, yes, a book don't lie. Ye by ye trap so be and share. And ye idea will be Kosha Kukum and Wakase be a yes, ye na yahu. Meda o Mampenia se papa. Sabe be a chassis and yes, baby a chichabuano, while I say a son.
Let's speak with our correspondent in Kumasi, Nanaboachi Yadom. He's the one monitoring this event for us. Nanaboachi Yadom, explain to us what the special advisor on health to government has been saying about the Agenda 111.
All right, so Aisha, Dr. Insiansari is giving the press briefing, is telling us everything about the Agenda 111 project. In fact, from day one up to today, the rate at which the project has gotten to and the speed to which contractors would have to be moving to for the completion of the project. So he made mention of Bantama and some other constituencies having issues with land size and government on resolving all those matters. Here at the hospital, he's saying that it is 62% complete. The key thing is that we have 3 key contractors have their contracts terminated and rewarded to others for slowing the completion of their project. But then I have Dr. Nsiasari here with me, and I think that we can speak to him as well, and then he will give us something brief about what he said during his speech. Doc, so can you summarize what you said during your speech delivery for us?
Yes, my speech delivery was very simple. We are monitoring the Agenda 111 project. We've been to 33 sites. We went to all the sites in Zone 2, which is mainly Central, Eastern, and Western region. We want to know what is going on there. We want to also let Ghanaians see. I'm sure nobody has seen it, so people are saying it is covered. So you will see there's a hoarding around the hospital, so you will not see it. So we want Ghanaians to know that whatever we are doing is true, it's life. So this is why seeing is believing. Gani. So you see it, and you realize that here is about 62% completion. And a lot of work has been done here. The contractors are on site, the workers are on site. Anybody who brings interim payment certificate is paid through the special purpose vehicle, which is called Health Gift. And things are going on, and we are hopeful that this will finish on time for us to put into place what we are doing in Ghana.
And I think key is the fact that some contractors have their contracts terminated. Why?
Yeah, because they were not performing. So we don't shy away. If you are not performing, we will take your contract. So it's a sign to all the other contractors that if you don't perform, we'll terminate it. So far, about 3 or 4 of them have been terminated, and we will do that at any time that we feel fit. We want this project to finish. At least all the ones that we have landed and started. So that is the whole idea about it.
What is the concern from the minority claiming that some of these project sites have been abandoned totally?
So you've been here. Is the project site abandoned? We've been showing where we have gone to. I think if you look at whatever is happening, we are moving on and everything is happening. So there's no site which has abandoned. The sites that are not being working are sites which have other topographical issues, land size issues, or we didn't have land. I know where they were talking about. They went to I think Kwabrapau, they went to Akrofo. Akrofo, when they went there, they saw machines there. The land was being prepared. There was a serious topographical issue there. There was some, rocks under the ground. So now they've managed to do all of them, and we went there 2 days ago, and I started working again. So I don't see which side they say it's abandoned. We don't abandon sites. We don't abandon projects. We continue doing the project as it is.
Are we sure, certain, that government will complete this project before 2024?
Inshallah. Government will put all what have started. That is the vision and the aim of His Excellency the President, to commission them before the midnight of 6th of January 2025. All those that we have started. And then if you go to wherever the sites projects are, we have gone to, the chiefs and the people know what is happening there. So it's no amount of propaganda will stop Agenda 111 from going on. And all the ones here in Sede, we are very pleased, we are very happy what you have seen here. So when you finish, you can go around and take the pictures and show the people of this country. Please, let us put away propaganda. Health is not politics. Health, we can't do propaganda of health. If you are standing here, whether you are PCP or this, when you are sick, you go to hospital. You don't go there with your party card. So go there, follow your insurance card, and then you will receive.
So, will the IMF not delay the project?
It will delay the project. Even during the negotiations and all these projects have been going on. You can ask the contractors. Those who work and bring interim payment certificates are paid through the special purpose vehicle, which is called Health.
You must be concerned, especially when contracts are being terminated. Where do you stand on this?
I mean, what concern are you talking about? We give letters, warnings to the contractors, and then they have to answer to the consultants. So the consultants who will then inform the employer, which is the office of the president or the government of Ghana, that the work is not going on. And we don't shy away from terminating the contract. That's why we have terminated the contract.
How many of the projects are you expecting to commission by the end of this year?
You will know that. Let us finish the round so that I can tell you in confidence that by the end of this month we'll finish this project. I won't tell you here so that you go and quote me.
So do we have money?
Because you see, force majeure can happen. But let us move on. We'll be moving on now. We have told you can walk in here at any time. We'll inform the DC and the consultants and come and see the work is going on or the workers have left the site. What you can hear is the workers here. Even when we're working, they're also working. That's why the electricity issue, because there's no light here. We are also trying to bring the light here. There will be transformer here. Everything will be here. So just be with us, pray for us, and pray for the Excellency, the President, and the government who will deliver.
So we have that money secured for this project. That's a start.
But I told you, most of the money is from ABSE and then from Ghana government funding. So ABSE, anytime oil is lifted, there's a percentage that comes to Agenda 111. So it's a ready source of money. Even if you're using that alone, you can also attract money from anywhere that you want to attract. But the oil will not finish today.
So we're giving the majority that let's talk about employment.
This is a huge employment opportunity. There are about 101 district hospitals, 7 regional hospitals. You employ, even a typical district hospital like this, the total number of people that you employ here is more than 100. So you multiply 100 by this. So they will be reassured. We are even giving employment. This year we have given a financial clearance for people to be employed. And they are going to be employed. So every one of them will get employed. But what is interesting to me is that apart from the employment of the health workers and everything, the other employment which people who even can be selling here in hospitals. Where we are standing is what we call the commerce area. So food will be served here for people who are coming here. So somebody can come here, get a place, and then put something here and sell it from the town here. And then people from other parts of the country will be working here. So this is how it is. So you are going to get employment for first health workers and then non-health workers and also other people who will get work to do from one day or the other. If you realize the road is even being
You have the Chief Advisor on Health to Government, Dr. Nsia Sari, updating us on Agenda 111. You earlier also heard by Kweku, who's covering the event for us, also telling us more on when to expect outstanding projects on health. We'll take a break on a Joy News Desk. Actually, that's how we wrap up a Joy News Desk. Log on to myjoyonline.com. There's more of the news and updates of all the developing stories. See you again at 12.